I am on Patreon, and Patreon is a platform where I will upload interesting videos where you can learn astrology. Connect with me on Patreon. Much more deep insights on Vedic astrology and lot more secrets will be shared there. Hello Seekers, welcome to Punneits Astrology's Hiranya's channel. You're watching Venus transit in Capricorn. Venus, a planet of love, romance, relationship, will now leave the fiery energy of Sagittarius and go into the earthy plane of Capricorn, a zodiac sign that is ruled by Saturn, that represents values, that represents structure, foundation, commitment. And a planet like Venus, which represents love and romance, beauty and relationship, will now find a solid foundation which is going to pave the way for long-term commitment, long business and personal partnerships, you becoming very confident in your world, in your way, your aura becoming very positive. And remember, this is going to heal the upcoming retrograde Mars in the sign of Cancer, which is right in front of the Venus. This Mars and Venus opposition will also reveal secret relationships, can also create some conflict between couples. So be careful, try to be honest and true to each other, because this is Saturn dominating Venus this time for 2 months. This means truth is going to be the one who will win. So what you have to be the better version, the truer version of yourself. Don't try to sugarcoat anything. Enjoy the material world, but don't be too superficial in this time. Spiritual mindset is very important and structured approach, disciplined approach, time management will be the theme of Venus in Capricorn. You are watching Punneits Astrology's Hiranya's channel, so subscribe this channel for more such videos. More such videos will come soon. You stay connected by liking the video and commenting on the video, and definitely I will reply to some of the comments. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the Instagram link is in the description box below. And if you want to take my consultations, the email ID is on the screen and in the description box. You can drop me an email, or you can visit my website and book it directly from there. Or also you can WhatsApp me or DM on Instagram for more information. Let's start ascendant wise analysis for Venus transit in Capricorn. Aries. Now in case of Aries ascendant, Venus will be in your 10th house. A 10th house Venus is responsible for you loving your career, you loving your work. You will focus more on bringing structure. You will focus on bringing more stability in your career. For Aries, Venus is your 2nd and 7th lord. And when it goes in the 10th house, it shows that you are investing both your time and energy in your career, and your family is supporting you. So it's a time to work towards your career related solutions, finding the right job, finding the right domain, and then loving your work. So if you're passionate about something, then this is the time when actually Venus can give you a right career. Maybe you will find a job of your choice, or maybe you will find happiness in whatever work you are doing. That means appreciation, well-deserved promotion, increment, salary rise, all that is possible while Venus goes in this 10th house. But don't forget that Venus will be aspected by a not so great retrograde Mars from the 4th house, which means that matters related to home can drive your attention to career. So career will be more like a relief area, kind of an area where you will take refuge when you are having problems in your home front, when you are having problems in your personal life. So you can say that at least one area of your life is so secured and peaceful that you will be able to manage whatever is happening in your heart, in your home, all the emotional ups and downs. There can be certain conflict with people who are your friend in your career, in your workplace, but I think you can manage that pretty well. You should be more focused into giving and delivering more in your career, performing better than before, and also prioritizing your work, structuring everything, planning and scheduling your task. People who are in the Venus related industry, such as if you're in the beauty industry, if you are into the designing, if you are into the textile, you will see not only your business, your money, but your career will be rising high and you will be loved. Your aura and your personality will be appreciated by many, but only don't do one thing. Don't start cribbing and complaining too much. Try to spread love even if there is pain in your heart. Taurus. In case of Taurus as a zodiac sign, Venus is your ascendant lord, Venus is your sixth lord, and such a Venus goes into the sign of Capricorn, which is your ninth house, which means your prarabdha karma becomes your dharma. Life becomes more dutiful and you are kind of loving that. This means you are now more organized, less chaotic, you are more dutiful, duty bound, and you are kind of okay with it. That means there is a sense of surrender. This is also appreciated by a retrograde Mars in the third house, which shows that you are choosing silence over complaint. Not saying that you should not complain on right areas with right people, but if you are doing random things, if you were cribbing, this will stop. Venus in the ninth house and a retrograde Mars in the third house can make you a little bit homesick if you are staying away from home. So definitely there will be a travel back to your own native place, and that can give you joy and happiness. Venus also might trigger trip to the mountains where you will have some leisure time with the family or maybe all by yourself. But this rejuvenation, this recreation is extremely needed for your mind to become stable, to process more information, and to accept the reality with your practical mindset. It's a very good transit. Whenever the first lord travels through ninth house, it develops you into a different person. It gives you new emotions. It teaches you so many things. It wants you to grow into a better human being. You might get a lot of information through different kind of people, especially people of opposite gender. And this will give you a new perspective. Venus is Maya, Venus is love and romance. So that is one area which will be now in a very stable state because of your surrender. But if you become possessive, if you try to become desperate, then this Venus in the sign of Saturn can face hurdles because Capricorn is an earth sign. You need to be grounded, otherwise you will be made grounded. And that may not be too pleasant because Saturn is aspecting your fourth house. Overall, it's a good time. It's a time to develop your own destiny. The choice is yours. As long as you are being very, thorough and practical, you will be doing good. People in fashion industry, people in tourism and hospitality will see great boost in their life. And people who are doctors or who are budding doctors, or if you're preparing for medical services, medical examinations, it's a good time for you. Gemini. Now, if you are a Gemini ascendant, then Venus will be in your 8th house. This is a Vipreet Raj Yoga because your 12th lord goes into the 8th house, and which means that you will be able, through shared resources, maybe a help from a friend or your life partner, you will be able to cut down your losses and recover in your life. That means there is a rescue boat coming your way. 5th lord is also in the 8th house, which means your gut feeling, your sixth sense will help you rise up and will help you become somebody better. It is a time of deep transformation. It's a time of deep thinking. It's your 12th lord, the lord of your subconscious or superconscious mind, in the 8th house of transformation through experience, through application of knowledge that is being shared by your life partner. Some suggestions that are given by people around you, the feedback that the people give you is very, very crucial if you are a businessman or if you are a young entrepreneur. Overall, Venus in the 8th house can also trigger conflicts in the intimate relationship. So you need to be very practical there. You need to Be very clear in your intent, especially if you are a new couple. Overall, Venus in the 8th house shows long-term investment, both in matters of love, romance, relationship, as well as finances. You should appreciate if your life partner is performing well in their career during this time. If you're not appreciative, this can create certain setbacks. Also, try to avoid using foul language, try to avoid saying negative things towards people who you love, because maybe out of anger you may say that I said it just because of anger, but I don't mean it. But this time, when Venus is in the 8th, in Capricorn, it will be as if you have engraved that word on a clay tablet and you have heated and kind of made it permanent. Try to use wise words and try to be happy. Always don a smile when you're talking with someone. This will give you confidence and make your aura very positive. You will also see that life is changing towards your children. The life of the children, how you impact them, how they impact you, will also undergo mild transformation, and that may give you a little bit of joy. Maybe the children are being successful in their life, so that is also making you more comfortable. Overall, it's a positive transformation. Cancer. In case of Cancer ascendant, the Venus falls in your 7th house when it moves to Capricorn, which means it is going to connect with your relationship, with your marriage. And this Venus is extremely going to be value oriented. Capricorn is an earth sign. It is a sign of discipline. It's a sign of structure. It's a sign where things are more rigid. That means it is going to finalize matters related to marriage and relationship for a lot of people. Also, it helps you develop a feeling of long-term commitment, which you might receive or you might give to your life partner. This overall gives you a confidence in matters related to relationship. And after all, Venus for you is a very important planet. It's your 4th and 11th lord. You may decide to buy a joint property with your life partner or start a new business. You may also decide to work more with your business partner. The business expands and you are more happy. The feedback that you get from people, the appreciation that you get, also keeps your confidence high and morale boosted. And this is also necessary because there is a retrograde Mars, debilitated retrograde Mars on your 1st house. Kind of when you are losing your track, your partner comes into picture and gives you stability. So as long as you are aware of the surroundings and accepting the suggestions given by people around you who love you, who care for you, you will be saved from any disaster. You need to focus more on the positive attitude and remain optimistic and always smile. A 7th house Venus also create a kind of an adventure ride for couples who are kind of drifting apart. This Venus is like a sugar when things are a little bitter. This kind of eases out the tension between an already tensed relationship and gives you scope of reconciliation or even a happy ending. This is a kind of a very positive transit, and you should focus more on establishing more and more connections. 11th Lord in 7th house also shows that new business partnership, new ventures, new assignments will come your way that will keep you kind of busy and engaged. You need to focus on your health because too much is coming, positive is coming towards you. You should be ready to accept it with full force. Leo. Now, in case of Leo as an ascendant, Venus moves through 6th house in Capricorn. And sometimes, the day-to-day activity, the mundane life, if it does not cause any problem, that itself can be a blessing for you. You can definitely rest well. You can not worry about the next day. The problems kind of eases itself out. You may not be very happy with the progress that your life has given, but at least there is a momentary peace. That is what Venus will do. When it goes in the 6th house of Capricorn, it may make you work a little harder, but now you know that whatever you are working, whatever duty that you have taken, if you're performing in the right structured manner, the end result is positive. My advice will be to focus on Bhagavad Gita and apply the teachings of Gita in your real life. Venus in the 6th house is good to cancel the debt, focus on your daily routine, focus on your health, and also on spoiled relations. You can, kind of go for a little sacrifice, take one step, and this will heal the relationship that is going bad right now. Saturn is now stable in the 7th house, so love, romance, and relationship can easily be healed. Reiki, energy healing, pranic healing, or other modalities can also help you gain confidence and gain that spiritual insights. Venus aspects the 12th house, and Venus for you rules your career, the 10th house and the 3rd house of willpower and communication. All you have to do is keep that in check, be confident, but don't cross the line, especially in your humor. And you will see that this Venus will give you a real practical check of life. And next, when Venus enters the 7th house and meets Saturn, you will be in a very good position to handle all your problems. It may take a couple of months, but the train is on track. Virgo. Now, in case of Virgo, Venus travels through 5th house, gives you creativity, gives you stability in your creative career, and if you are looking for a committed relationship, maybe this is the time. Venus also aspects your 11th house, which is the house of network communication, house of coming together, people are joining and people are having a good time, whereas 5th house Venus makes you more easy, confident, and kind of structured in your expression. 5th house Venus works really well when you want to really prove a point in the matters of love and relationship. So go ahead and show your love. Sometimes karma, action speaks louder than words. So prove through action, speak through your action. Not only in your personal life, but also in your professional life. Your connection, communication with your children will also improve, and you will have a good time that you will spend with your children. So overall, Venus in the 5th house is a win-win for Virgo ascendant and even Virgo moon sign. And with Venus being your 9th lord, 9 places away, in the 5th house is a Bhavad Bhavam, which also helps you improve your luck and destiny. Travel might be possible, travel for leisure, there can be international trips also. So enjoy your life, and this kind of compensates the retrograde Mars in the 11th house, which is also not bad, but the energies of Mars are 8th and 3rd house energies, and Venus kind of compensates it. So only one advice: don't be too indulgent, don't overeat, and don't drink. Libra. In case of Libra, Venus will transit in your 4th house. A 4th house Venus means it is more focused towards your family. It's more focused towards going and finding a stable house for yourself. So you may go for a house hunt, maybe rented or ownership. Does not matter, wherever you find your own stability. You may also decide to buy a land and construct something or renovate your house, because now you have a different plan. You may have to stay longer than you expected, so now you want it to be done according to your own wish. You may do some Vastu Puja during this time to bring remedies about any Vastu dosha that is present in your house, and this is an auspicious time for that. And overall, 4th house means your heart, your peace, and your stability. This is one focus where your life will draw all your attention to. Why? Because there is a retrograde Mars in the 10th house. So things are a little dicey and transformative in your career. So you want the peace of home. And for people who have not so great peace at home, who have toxic homely environment, might see Venus playing a vital role in stabilizing the domestic environment and bringing domestic peace. Venus in the 4th house is also your connection towards your mother, towards society, towards motherland, towards mother nature. And Venus for Libra is your ascendant lord coming in the 4th house, your 8th lord coming in the 4th house. So definitely there is a transformation happening. You are evolving. you are being more gratitude, you are filled with humbleness, and this Venus is transforming you into a better human being, and this will help you rise in your career eventually. So whatever Venus do in Capricorn, you will figure out once Venus goes into Aquarius. This is the time to work hard. This is the time to bring discipline and structure, a formality in your life. And you will also see that you are more focused towards your personal life rather than the professional life. The question is, how are you handling the emotional matters? Don't forget that Mercury and Sun is also in the second house, kind of making you a little bit worried about the resources. Don't go overboard. Venus is famous into drawing your attention towards luxuries, the Maya, and Capricorn means you want to execute it. There is a deeper desire, which means you will set some high standards and targets for yourself in the next coming month. Just don't be too impractical about your life's decisions. Scorpio. Scorpio will see a very different side of Venus in Capricorn, because this Venus heals you. So I will say, if you are into any emotional distress, if you are having any problems in your life, go and talk to someone. Does not matter which age, what that person do. If you feel like talking, communicate. A third house Venus shows formal communication. That means you are finding the right person to discuss your problems. Why? Because your ascendant lord is debilitated and then retrograde from 7th of December, 5 days after Venus moves to Capricorn. That means you have some time to prepare what you can say and what you cannot say, and then have a formal discussion. It can be a professional discussion about your career so that you can heal and develop in your career, or it can be a emotional venting out towards with a psychologist, healer, or an astrologer, or similar professions. This is necessary to give you that release. A Jupiter retrograde in the 7th house supports this. This retrograde Jupiter is also in the sign of Venus, Taurus, and it aspects the third house. You will have a good time with your siblings. You may discuss with your cousins. You may have a good time. You may party. You may go to a trip. All that comes together to heal you. It's a very healing time. If you have no one, then write your emotions in a diary. People involved in creative fields, digital marketing, media, arts, and music will find this Venus in Capricorn very, very positive, very, making you very successful in your work, and you will be appreciated and known, and it can make you famous overnight. What you have to do? You have to still believe in yourself, try to be somebody who is upgrading yourself, constantly learning, constantly discussing, and having a thorough peer review, taking the positive feedback and working on the negatives to improve, not stopping on the negative and cribbing about it, but actually doing something for yourself, because this is the time that you need to love yourself. Your expression becomes positive, people will love your presence. So you need to improve and become somebody who can inspire others. Sagittarius. Now for Sagittarius, Venus is traveling in your first house. Then it moves into your second house. It kind of gives you that financial stability. Why? Because Venus rules your 6th and 11th house. These two houses are called Upachya houses. And when Upachya Lord becomes positive in the second house, it shows family supports you. You will have a good time with your family members. Your actions will produce positive reaction. You will take certain decisions at this point of time, professionally, which not only binds the family, but also gives you the right way to earn money. Because after all, second house is not only Kutumbha Bhav, family house, but it is also called Dhan Bhav, house of wealth. And this house of wealth gives you values. You will be very adamant and strict about maintaining the value system while you are earning money. And this is the best thing. This is the beauty of Venus in Capricorn in the second house. A Venus in Capricorn in the second house also shows that you are spending some money towards family auspicious trips and travels. And for Sagittarius, 6th house Lord goes in second house, which shows that you are being healed. So use your money, finances for healing and positive purposes. Go for a spiritual trip and spend some quality time with your family members. And you will see that it will heal your 8th house, which is expecting a retrograde Mars, which can, create some twists and turns in life. But this twists and turns can also create positive transformation. This is the power of Venus. You can also pray to Shukra by chanting Shukra Bij Mantra or Mata Lakshmi's Shri Suktam. Capricorn. Now in case of Capricorn, if you observe, Venus is in your first house. Whenever Venus, your 5th Lord, your 10th Lord, goes in the first house, it is always auspicious. Saturn is no longer retrograde in the second house to give any, problems to this Venus. What this Venus will do is give you practical understanding of what you are. It will make you accept yourself the way you are. And this Venus wants you to become a better version of yourself. You will radiate positive aura. This creates a personality change. And this means you are working for yourself. This means you are not being selfish, but you are being structured. You will follow discipline. And that is what you should do. Dietary discipline, work-related discipline. Work and life should be sorted and never mix both of them when Venus is in the first house. This Venus also shows that initiatives taken by you will be appreciated by your life partner, and maybe it will act as a healing steps that you have taken towards the depression or any problem your life partner is in. Venus is your career lord, and it shows that you will love your career. You will be present in the present, and you are not going to be in the past. This will improve chances of promotion in the near future. This will give you 1 full month of positivity, and you can work it in your favor by making yourself mind and body positive. Throw out the toxins, go for detoxification, mental and physical. Venus also gives you a chance to learn more. After all, Venus is your 5th Lord. This 5th house Venus gives you a lot of guidance, expression, and you will see that you will be in a very positive mindset to inspire others, especially if you are the head of the family. You should be the one who is taking the lead while making everybody and also yourself comfortable. You want to buy new clothes, you want to fulfill some dreams, you always wanted to buy that watch, maybe this is the time. But don't overdo anything. Saturn is in the second house, which will teach you practical way of dealing with things. Venus in the first house does not mean you are materialistic. It means that you are enjoying the Maya while keeping your head out of the waters of the Maya. Aquarius. Now in case of Aquarius as an ascendant, Venus moves from 11th house to 12th house. Usually the 12th house Venus is exalted in Pisces. Usually the 12th house Venus is exalted in the sign of Pisces, but here Venus is in Capricorn. This Venus aspects the 6th house. It is a very healing transit. It heals your subconscious mind. It helps you let go of emotion, past traumas. So if you work on your past life, if you work on your negative emotion, something that you're holding up, a grudge, a revenge, you can say a relationship that has not met the closure, this is the time when you can actually find some solution for this problem. A 12th house Venus also shows export and import and pharmaceutical business going good during this time. This also shows that you are getting healed because of behind the scene progress, subtle emotional changes that happens in your mind, and you won't be able to understand what really happened, but you might just wake up one fine day and say, what a beautiful day. And you will feel happy. Accept that happiness and move along the path to progress. Venus is a very important planet. In fact, it rules your happiness. It is your 4th Lord. as well as your ninth lord. Travel can happen. Venus being the fourth lord in the 12th house also shows that you may end up buying a house or a property. You may want to become stable with respect to your home. You don't want to travel unnecessary. In fact, you want to travel for leisure, for trips, and that might happen when Venus reaches the Capricorn zodiac sign. Expenses may rise a bit because you may enroll yourself in some certification, or you may just want to spend some money grooming yourself. Everything is right as long as you are being confident and you are feeling happy about it. This is a very positive, subconsciously affecting transit for you. Pisces. Pisces, if you love socialization, if you want to meet new people, if you want to expand your network circle, if you are into business, if you want to connect with more people, or if you just want to, improve your chances of finding your life partner, Venus in Capricorn in 11th house will help you. This Venus, which aspects the 5th house, which also heals the debilitated retrograde Mars in your 5th house, resolves a lot of problems. Maybe you have some problems and now you just want to, be in a group, kind of helps you forget the problem and helps you recover mentally and emotionally. If you have suffered a breakup or a loss of relationship, this Venus will help you heal. Venus in Capricorn in the 11th house also will help you solidify strong foundation and connections that will work on the business level. Now for Pisces, Venus is a very different kind of planet. You know why? Venus rules your 8th house, and 8th from 8th, 3rd house. So it is a master of transformation. Pisces is the house where Venus becomes exalt, and kind of 8th house and 8th from 8th Venus says that for you Venus acts differently than all other 11 zodiac sign. For you Venus acts in a very fine, feminine manner, different than Daitya Guru Shukracharya. This Venus is more about being loving, being caring, and being in the present. So enjoy your network circle, enjoy partying, enjoy all the fun, but don't be too indulgent, because the same thing can happen if you're depressed. You may engage into activities in group and party, but in a negative way, and this can cause indulgence in alcohol or other things. Maybe you are just sugar addicted, and that can hurt your health. Don't spoil your health. Pisces, Jupiter is retrograding in the 3rd house in a zodiac sign of Venus, aspecting the Venus. Your dreams will get fulfilled. You will get love of your life. You will get happiness, but just become a little bit freer. You need to meet new people. If you're an introvert, this can be a little difficult for you, but it's okay. Try to meet and stay connected. Don't isolate yourself.